just happened by accident. Yeah, so the Kamala Chronicles just happened.
First there was Aristotle. Then we had Nietzsche and Einstein. And now we have Joe Rogan and Theo Von, the thinkers of our time. Thank you. Thank God. Yes.
Yeah, so the Kamala Chronicles just happened by accident because I was like, there's nothing about her that just signals to me that she's black. And she was kind of running.
You are the most white-coated, self-hating black woman in the universe. Holy, I'm surprised your hair still works as straight and as white-coated as you try to present yourself. How could you possibly say that about another woman, ever? About another black person, ever? Oh my God.
And by accident, because I was like, there's nothing about her that just signals to me that she's black. And she was kind of running on being black. And then we started our series.
No, oh my God. Really?
And she dropped it. She would not say she was black again. She would not answer. Oh, yeah. She never said it again. Never called herself the first black nothing. They stopped it immediately because I just...
Never called herself the first black? Well, because she wouldn't have been the first black president, right? I don't know if she ever called herself the first black president. That'd be pretty weird, wouldn't it?
Realize they like come up with these books and people just don't ever actually prod the narrative. And there was a ton of things that weren't making sense. And so we got in touch with her uncle and he was like, nope, that person's not related to me. Nope. He was like, it was crazy. I just got, that's me. I get like, I'll get into the weeds.
And so what was the final founding on that? Did you come to a conclusion?
Yeah, she's mixed, but she's not black. And
What kind of a comment is that? Oh.
So running as the first black person was just completely...
When did she say this?
Crazy. She's not mixed black. Like she's
no black at all, you're saying?
She's Indian, her Indian, Syrian, Jew, and Irish.
Syrian Jew? Is that like one... Like, is that the type of Jew? Is that one of the Jewish ethnicities that I missed? Was Syrian Jew or...
She's Indian, her Indian, Syrian, Jew, and Irish.
So she's unblack then?
She's unblack.
Wow.
Yeah, and she was running on like a black thing. Yeah, so the Kamala Chronicles just happened by accident because I was...
This crazy bitch is penetrating even the alt girl, Kooky Crystal, astrology, progressive spheres through her coverage of every crazy conspiracy theory on TikTok. Yeah, because she covers a lot of pop culture as well. The House censures. It's censure, right? It's not censor, it's censures, right? Am I saying that correctly? Was Bill Clinton a great president? I wasn't alive and can only judge off of vibes and internet osmosis. I think most people agree that Bill Clinton was a pretty good president, I believe. The House censures Democratic Representative Al Green for disrupting Trump's joint address to Congress. Wait, somebody linked a thing in chat earlier. I think when I was off stream. This isn't the same guy, is it? Al Green, everything's gonna be all right.
Is unmistakable. Here he is joining the band for Everything's Gonna Be All Right, Al Green.
Did they just have the same name, or was this a meme in chat? No, it's not. Oh, now you've ruined my day. Fuck you guys. You know who is the same guy, though, as Bill Clinton? Is this guy. Please crack the code on your parents so I can use it on my parents. My mom asked me last night, when do I think we should expect the Doge coins? I want it off myself. Well, right now the current plan is I'm hoping once my mom's Alzheimer's gets far enough, she'll forget like the past 10 years and go back to being like a super like NATO-coded Cold War, Red Scare era conservative. That's the dream. I don't know how much of her hippocampus needs to, you know, get starved off and die before that happens, but... cute. What does censure mean? I think it's just when they slap your wrist and say you've done a bad thing. There's a story that he tells. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if this story is true or not. I don't know if I've even heard this or if I dreamed this. Tell me if I'm making this up. Or was this in a book that he wrote where Bill Clinton was like he was in jazz practice or something, and he heard some other sax player play, and he was like, bro, I'm never going to be the best saxophone player. This guy's way better than me. And he's like, but I think I can be like the best at politics. And so he goes to politics and he becomes president. It's an abbreviated version, but... Destiny, nothing really changed. The same issues are at play. Politicians need to engage better with the modern media landscape. Well, I mean, I think things have changed, but I do agree that Democrats have been slow to adapt to the modern media landscape. Republicans haven't been great either, though. It's really just Trump. It really is like just Donald Trump has done it. It's just, I don't even want to say he's done a good job. He just happened to be the right guy in the right place at the right time. Man, somebody sent me this shit too, and I didn't even think about this. Fuck. One thing that we kind of went back and forth on a while ago is I was like, there's no way that people would actually pay money for verification just to use a bot account, right? But then obviously we looked yesterday over like how many fucking accounts just on the Amy Coney Barrett thing. How many of these accounts? Like half of these aren't real. But then this guy emailed me, and I didn't even consider this. I'm so short-sighted. Hello, I'm not an insider, but I do work with with AI, GPU code and trading, not using a chatbot sometimes. Since the topic once again came up in today's stream, I thought I'd send this email. About 5 months ago, I got curious seeing the sheer amount of verified bots on X. It seemed quite impossible to fund this amount of verifications. So as a thought exercise, because I was bored, I attempted to reverse engineer the operation of these bot networks. Here's a cheat sheet that I came up with after some thinking and research. Because X pays out money based on interactions from verified accounts, bot farms can dampen the cost or maybe even turn profit, assuming full verification of their bot fleet. The trick is stupid simple. Directing a large portion of their own bot activity towards their designated impression farm accounts, this causes chargeback in two ways. First, their own bot impressions are now directly paying back as verified impressions. And second, by self-botting metrics on these content farm accounts, they are now harvesting and boosting engagement from legitimate verified users. Because likes are now private and bots rarely directly retweet or comment there, connections to these farms are much harder to track. Relying on following bots and observing algorithm changes for viral posts was the only way. Those impression farm accounts usually post highest engagement, lowest effort content, like reposting viral posts from other sites, memes, or rage bait. They can copy paste a tweet that is blowing up in a smaller community and explode it to a wider audience using a self-botted boost. Those same viral accounts can also serve as an additional button to press every now and then to amplify their political propaganda to a normie audience. The actual botting budget only needs to cover for the remaining undamped cost. And then he goes on, he creates a couple models to try to predict if he feels like they're making money or not. And then this one is a little too complicated for me or whatever. But yeah, fuck, I guess I didn't consider that scheme could be at play. So they might not even really be paying a lot of money to do the botting. They're literally just getting paid by Elon Musk to bot themselves. Anything you can link here? I don't know. It's an email. So Elon must be bankrolling it. I mean, he literally is bankrolling it. You don't get paid by ads for impressions on Twitter. You just get paid for impressions. It's not like you're getting advertising revenue. You're just getting paid for impressions by Twitter itself. Do you think the work you are doing is working? Are there projects you are working on to improve your impact? And are there ways to measure? I mean, is it work? I mean, I don't know. I have an audience. I scream into the wind. I feel like some of my messaging gets picked up sometimes by other accounts, which I feel like is good. There's like more political things I want to do, but I'm kind of like frozen right now while I'm waiting for all the court shit to fucking waste its time in the background. Because I can't, the thing is I can't like get involved in like a major way when every new like motion is filed, whenever bullshit is filed. So I have to wait for all this bullshit to be done whenever Lauren's done jerking herself off, I guess. How much of Grok AI Farm is just running bots on Twitter? I have no idea, but I should tell this guy to post this on the subreddit, though. I read some of this on stream. You should post this on the subreddit. Uh-oh. Are these guys already having their big breakup moment?
So I'm sadly very aware of the fact that most of you do not.
How Hassan Piker helps liberal Zionism. Why would he even attack Hassan? I am a Hassan fan and still am. However, regarding Palestine, I agree with your sentiments much more. I feel like for every 10 minutes of Palestine advocation he engages in, he has to do 5 minutes of saying anti-Semitism is bad, and this is why you can't critique Jews/Israelis in this way. Another user posted, at Destiny, am I the only one here who has read that China is negotiating with the European Union to offer security guarantees to Ukraine in exchange for better trade deals? I don't know. That might be true. I haven't read it. Do you think that AOC missed a beat by not attending? You'd think at least she would get the civil disobedience angle right. I don't know. I mean, she got a lot of attention on doing her little coverage afterwards, so. What would you guess are Elon's motives for supporting AfD in Germany? Just ideological right-wing shit. Do you think that MAGA has a high tolerance for pain? Like if Dear Leader puts us in a 1929-style depression, he said Biden and Kamala would, does the base just keep chugging along? Some percentage of them do, but it's a low percentage. If pain like that happens economically, he'll lose 100%. President Donald Trump convened, this was an article today, President Donald Trump convened his cabinet in person on Thursday to deliver a message. You're in charge of your departments, not Elon Musk. According to 2 administration officials, Trump told top members of his administration that Musk was empowered to make recommendations to the departments, but not to issue unilateral decisions on staffing and policy. Musk was also in the room. This is true. This is more in line legally with what the office of the president is allowed to do. So this is true. I see that he's finally starting to get this more in line. He made a little boo-boo when he gave his little joint address, and when he said that like Elon was the head of DOGE or whatever, he's not. It was that Gleason woman that they named. I don't know why they were scared to name Musk as the actual head of that department. But technically, the only thing this department can do is make recommendations to the president or to the heads of the other departments. But DOGE itself absolutely cannot go in and start slashing departments. He doesn't have the authority to do that. He would have to go through confirmation. No, for offices created inside of the office of the executive, those aren't like, they're not like real independent departments, so he doesn't have to confirm anybody in there. You don't have to confirm your chief of staff, right? No, you don't. The golden age of America has just begun. Over the past 6 weeks, our administration has delivered on promises like no administration before it, always putting America first. DOGE has been an incredible success, and now that we have my cabinet in place, I've instructed the secretaries and leadership to work with DOGE on cost-cutting measures and staffing. As the secretaries learn about and understand the people working for the various departments, they can be very precise as to who will remain and who will go. We say the scalpel rather than the hatchet. The combination of them, Elon, DOGE, and other great people, will be able to do things at a historic level. He should have just started with this. Well, this would have been the legal way to start, but yeah. Trump lifted the Canada tariffs? Wait, I thought he just paused the Mexican ones, or a lot of them, for... Lutnick says Canada may also get a delay, but talks continue. Oh. Well, hold on. Trump extends tariff pause on some Canadian goods. Destiny, is your sense that Elon subscribes to the right-wing ideology or just sees an opportunistic power grab? I don't know. Maybe it's that Peter Thiel or the dark MAGA stuff, the stuff that Joanna's video is about. The thing is that, like, it's hard because Elon is just not a very intelligent person when it comes to ideology or politics. So it's hard to ascribe a strong ideological bent to what he does. Although there must be some, right? like if you look at Roger Stone or if you look at Steve Bannon, these are men who are possessed with an ideology and who can enunciate it at multiple levels of implementation, how they want to just look in the government, the media, in society. And they can talk about their motivations, like why they believe the things they do. Like these are people who are possessed by ideology. Musk is just a leaf in the wind. I don't know. He's just so weak. He just reeks of like weakness. It's hard to pick up any strong sense of ideology other than just being a reactionary or reacting to like trans stuff and stuff that triggers him and people that bully him or whatever. That's what it feels like. And ketamine, I guess. Man, I was watching yesterday. I tried to find that video of Biden getting heckled in his State of the Union. And we watched this one on stream. We watched this one.
And they come home. I know. One of those.
But I didn't even realize there was one that was way, way, way worse than this. It might have been this one.
Credit of the United States of America will never, ever be questioned. Some of my Republican friends want to take the economy hostage. I get it, unless I agree to their economic plans. All of you at home should know what those plans are. Instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not saying it's a majority. Let me give you, anybody who doubts it, contact my office. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal.
He's not rattled. Like, this guy's supposedly senile as fuck, doesn't even know where he's at. Manages to continue getting through.
That means Congress doesn't vote. Well, I'm glad to see you. No, I tell you, I enjoy conversion.
He does misspeak, though.
You know, it means if Congress doesn't keep the programs the way they are, they'd go away. Other Republicans say, I'm not saying it's a majority of you. I don't even think it's even a significant, but it's being proposed.
Like, listen to this. Come on, seriously?
By individuals.
That was kind of funny, though. It looked like, it almost looked like she was going to stand up like Al Green did.
It's being proposed
insane,
by
right?
individuals. I'm not polite.
Oh yeah, fuck. I said misspeak, but he might have actually been like conversion. He might have been referring to something legislatively, not conversation there actually. So
Not naming them, but it's being proposed by some of you. Look, folks, the idea is that we're not going to be moved into being threatened to.
Wait, I was joking. I think she does stand up in one of these. I don't know if it was that same one or a different one.
Give you, anybody who doubts it, contact my office. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal.
Like, these are the people who are, we're going to have order in here. We're going to have order in here. Give me a break. Oh, he was implying that he converted them into supporting Medicare and Medicaid. Oh, that could have been the joke, maybe, actually. True. Yeah, there's a lot more links of this booing and shit, but what is this?
Some of the dumb shit I read, bro. Look at this guy. Ads! So many ads! Oh my god, why so many ads? I got 14 ads. What the fuck? Each 30 seconds. What is going on? I can't see ads. 14 fucking ads. How is this allowed? 14 ads, 30 seconds each. What is going on? What is Poggers? I can't see. I have 11 more ads to go. What is Tyler 1 doing? Mods, please remove ads. This is hostage. He tries to at fucking the bot, the Ozo bot, whatever the fuck it's called. Remove ads for me, please. I am leaving stream.
How is Destiny so bad at his audio levels? It's Tyler 1! That's him! Blame him! Fuck you! We're still working through this, so where are we gonna be at? U.S. pauses tariffs on Canada, Mexico, USMCA trade until April 2nd. I wonder how much of our market is encompassed by that agreement. What percentage of goods? I'm curious. %95%. They should just, they should keep their tariffs up. They should say, that's cool that you drop your tariffs, but we're going to keep ours up for a month. And then every single time you tariff us, whatever you do, we'll drop them, but it's going to be a month. The market literally doesn't care. Pump like 0.01% and it's still dropping now. I mean, it's just, it's not reliable. That, remember, stability is what I said, right? It's stability. Jesus. You can't do this. You can't keep doing this. Nobody wants to live in this environment where nobody knows what the fuck is going on. The trade deficit skyrocketed because Canadians imported a bunch of shit to prepare for the tariffs. Wouldn't that make the... Or do you mean they imported it from other people? Or do you mean they imported it last quarter or something and now they're not buying anymore or something? Wait, hold on. Wait, what is this? Oh no. The U.S. Census Bureau and the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis announced today that the goods service deficit was $131.4 billion in January, up $33.3 billion from $98.1 billion in December, revised. Oh no. This reminds me of that UK chart where they were like, all right, liberals pushes button and Brexits, and like then it's like 500% increase in foreign workers over the next couple of years. I don't know why or what happened for the UK, why that happened, but Jesus. Oh no, what's going on here? We're subsidizing the countries even more. The U.S. beating its chest versus all the world besides Israel. Is Trump scared of something? True! You know what? Maybe the Nazis were right because of all the people that Trump has fucked over. Canada, Mexico, the United States, all of Europe, NATO. We haven't fucked over Israel yet. What's going on with that? Arguably, one of the least valuable of all these players. What the fuck? What the fuck? What's going on here? God damn it. I need the Nick Fuentes analysis on this ASAP. What's going on? The Fuentes analysis.
You can't alienate everybody all at once. You can't declare a trade war with no goals against both of your neighbors. You can't threaten all of your...
That one guy who made that subreddit post loves Nick Fuentes' stream, I bet. It's good composition.
treaty allies that you're in
But he's out of focus, I think. Or the resolution's just really low, I can't tell.
a defensive alliance with in Europe, such that they are talking about strategic autonomy from the United States. You cannot talk about expelling all Palestinians such that the entire Arab League condemns what you said and offers a counterproposal. You cannot get rid of all of America's soft power and dry up all that State Department money.
Do you agree with the Reddit post? Fuck no.
That keeps all the other countries in line. At the same time that BRICS has added 5 or 6 new members. At the same time that the UN General Assembly is voting 190 against you.
God. The problem is, like, Nick is a politics guy, meaning he wants power, right? Not like pop politics, like the left or whatever. But Trump is not a politics guy. And Trump doesn't do anything for more political power. It's just fucking, yeah, I don't know.
It's even more unpopular than Russia's invasion of Ukraine. At the same time that China is producing 400 times more ships than the United States, that Russia's producing 20 times more ammunition, that we don't even control the supply chains for the critical minerals we need for electronics and phones and batteries and the energy transition. You can't do it all at once. And so people say, well, who cares about a couple of brown people in Gaza? Who cares about the plight of a couple of, low IQ brown people in Gaza? Who really cares? Diplomacy actually matters. Coalition building and power projection in the world actually matters. The idea that we're going to let Israel ethnically cleanse Palestine and then we're going to turn over the keys to them so we can focus on China, it's a terrible idea, and it's not going to work. And everybody that is selling us on that idea, they're Israelis. They're Israelis that don't really care about the fact that America is losing.
Since when did Fuentes care about U.S. soft power? I thought he was a pro-Russia / anti-West anyways. The thing is that, like, so one, it's hard because Nick always has two positions. It's whatever he's publicly presenting that he wants his, like, Groyper movement to move towards, and then it's whatever he personally feels. And I don't watch a lot of his shit, so it's hard to keep track of both of these at any given point in time. However, generally, Nick is at least, like, politically pragmatically minded, meaning in his mind there are political ideas that have some logical through line, like this would make sense. My guess would be, I'm guessing without knowing his private position or watching much of his public content, but my guess would be it's going to be similar to what I said a while ago, is that it's not so much that he's pro-Russian and anti-Ukraine. He just doesn't see much value in America sucking up to Europe or whatever, and he just wants, like, a stronger America first, fuck the world police bullshit, like those types of talking points. However, if you were an America first person and you wanted to strengthen America and you didn't want to be the world police and you want to say fuck Israel and fuck Ukraine and fuck Europe, then you would be dramatically strengthening your ties with Mexico and Canada. Starting fights with Mexico and Canada, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like saying I can swim all on my own and I'm going to cut off the floaties that I'm using, and you've got floaties around both your biceps, and then you slice off both your arms. And you're like, I'm going to go swim on my own now. Like, what the fuck? It's just such a horrible, 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 horrible strategy. There is no strategy. It's not a strategy at all. Somebody said, I don't think he's saying he cares here. He's just explaining why this is bad for the U.S. I don't think he's actually said that this is happening. Oh, that could be it too then. Maybe he's just explaining this is why some people say, maybe it's possible. But
Standing in the world because of this. Israel loses nothing. All of Israel's neighbors already hate Israel. It's America that is losing face. It is America that is losing credibility.
It's not necessarily true, but
The United States and its reputation in the world is suffering.
True.
And will suffer in the long term, for real. And the only reason is...
I guess the thing that's confusing for me, and some of this could also be personal for Nick, because he got personally slighted by Trump. Everybody saw this coming. Like, this is how Trump has talked. Nothing here is surprising. Trump is just following through on everything he said he would do. He talked about wanting to tariff people. He talked about wanting to tariff our allies. He talked about losing in trade to everybody even closer. Like, he's already said all these things before, so you can't really be surprised that Trump is following through on it. Unless you legitimately, and I can't believe that Nick is this stupid. I don't know if I've heard Nick use the negotiations copium line before that I hear so many otherwise seemingly intelligent adults use. Oh no, he's just saying that to negotiate. I don't know if I've heard Nick use that line before. Maybe Nick has, but like, man, if you genuinely believe that, how stupid are you? How stupid are you?
Israel is telling us, and Israelis and Jews in the United States are telling us, oh, it's not such a big deal. So what? It's some brown people are going to die. Big whip. It's because Israel's power projection will increase, ours will decrease. When they control Gaza, when they destroy Iran, they will become much more powerful. When that happens, we don't become all that much more powerful. As a matter of fact, every country in the world hates it.
I don't hate the Jews, but I think Richard Spencer makes hella valid points lately. Smarter than Nick for sure, my cook. I mean, Spencer's been changing into, I don't know if he's a normal liberal or if he's, I don't know if he's still like a white supremacist or if he's like, are they called white identitarians or like a white separatist? I don't know where Spencer's current beliefs are. But my audience is still a little bit infected with that. Like, if somebody believes something who was like a Nazi at one point in time, they'll never, ever change their mind on them. So I don't even dive into Spencer shit because I really don't care that much. But I don't know where Spencer's at right now in terms of his political journey or whatever. But I'm just not that interested. But he might just be like a bog standard liberal now. I'm not sure. I can't tell him. Destiny, I'm a negotiation guy, but I will never say that without saying it's the most retarded Trump imagined bullshit imaginable that will only hurt us. I wish that there were more business people that would just speak on this. Like, how many business meetings have you walked into where you've started off making a demand that's like 10x what the value is for whatever you're propositioning? Like, breaking, the U.S. has effectively disabled HIMARS by stopping intelligence sharing with Ukraine, The Economist reports. The fact is that HIMARS targeting depends on American intelligence data and American GPS satellites. Do you know when this peace decision was made? When Ukrainian forces reached counteroffensive success on several important areas in the Donetsk region. Deep State _UA informs. Is it too far-fetched that they want you guys to suffer and then spin the story that is the rest of the world's fault and then sweep in as your savior, that you willingly will give control? I mean, that's going to be pretty hard to sell, and I don't think anybody's thought anything that far out. Destiny, I thought that was only on territories inside Russia. That sounds like you're talking about like Starlink being disabled like a year ago or something over that now. Wasn't Gorka more hardline in Ukraine? He doesn't seem to have that sway in Trump's admin that he hoped to. Well, yeah, because he's one is because he's European, and two is because I think he comes from that old neocon school. For Europeans, even the European conservatives, it's just a harder sell because like Russia is right there, and I think Europeans might know the history a little bit better. You truly have to remember. And there's going to be a lot of American contrarian dipshits that disagree with me in chat, but I'm telling you that the vast majority of at least millennial-aged people, our education on World War II was Germany was the bad guy. Italy, I guess, was there. Japan was only there to bring us into the war, and then they got nuked to the end. And everything was about how Germany fucked everybody, and Germany was really horrible. And it was us and the Soviets, we helped, and then the British helped, and then we came in and we kind of like cleaned up and saved the day, and the Soviets lost a lot of people doing it. And then the year was like 2008, and Obama got elected. I don't even know if in high school, if we even went over the Cold War at all, or if it was like one paragraph in a book. We don't learn anything. From my experience, we don't learn anything about the Cold War and that time period of Soviet occupation of the Soviet Union, of the Warsaw Pact. We just don't learn any of that in high school in America. So for a lot of Americans, we just don't have any perspective on like, well, why, who cares? It's Russia. I mean, like, what do you care? I mean, I guess Cold War, Top Gun, whatever, but like, that's it. I think a lot of Americans are missing that perspective, but for Europeans, I think it's a little bit more compelling. Jesus. Oh yeah, and we learned about McCarthyism. That was bad. Here, watch this. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Be right back.
Thank you for saying that. You guys are the best. I know.
Wait.
Destiny, this isn't 100% true. The targeting computers in Block 1 ATACM missiles can target with onboard INS and don't require GPS. If a Ukrainian spots a target and gets coordinates, they can operate HIMARS on their own. While that might be true, I wonder, again, magnitude. Like, is that like an exceptional circumstance? Is like 98% of missile attacks from HIMARS, you know, satellite guided, and like 2%, like sometimes you're lucky enough to get actual like eyes on or actual Ukrainian targeting, and then but like the vast majority is from NATO related intelligence. Like I don't know the answer to that. You might be right. Maybe they could do it all on their own, but I'm not sure. All right, hold on one sec.
Thank you for saying that. You guys are the best.
I know. Wait, who needs more wine? I feel like we all need more wine.
Yes, please.
No, I can't.
This
I
girl.
have to go.
Why?
I have to be up super early tomorrow.
No, stay. Can we cancel?
I know, I suck.
Wait, I feel like I've been talking the whole time.
Guys, beach day.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, I literally have to go.
Get your bikini out.
I love you. I'll see you soon.
I love you.
You guys so much.
I'm gonna like send you money.
You guys are my sisters.
Wait, you're my sister. Drive safe.
Share your location.
Can I say something? She's like the worst.
I am so glad you said that. I was literally just thinking it. She's so annoying.
Well, she's not a good person. She has no virtue. So.
You're trash, dude. You are trash, dude.
Where are you going?
Going home.
Why?
Got work in the morning. I gotta go to sleep.
Pussy.
Stay for one more beer.
Later, bitch.
Loser.
Maybe I'll see you guys this weekend or something.
Fuck you. I hope you crash.
Shut up.
I hate you.
He's the best.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Love that guy. The world needs more Chets in it.
True.
So you agree?
Yeah.
Billy? You agree? The world needs more Chets in it?
Sure. Yeah.
You girls wanna watch a movie?
Ooh, yeah. Wait, okay, what should we watch?
She's a slut, too.
What?
Becca. She's loose with men. Don't you agree?
Yeah?
Maddie, you agree she's a slut who's loose with men?
Yeah.
Never seen it.
You've never seen Sicario?
No, I've heard it's sick though.
It'd be paradise.
What would?
A world with more Chets in it. Millions more. It'd be paradise.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Two truths and a lie. I was the reason Becca's parents got divorced. I hired a PI that found her dad in a parking lot getting a blowjob from a hooker. I hired the hooker.
What the fuck?
No.
Kill, fuck, marry. Margot Robbie, Zendaya, and a girl version of Chet. I'd marry the girl version of Chet.
What about the other two?
I'd let him go.
What the fuck does that mean?
Chet would probably fuck all of them.
I hired the hooker and I did the PI. I don't know what was the reason for the divorce, but...
Make him come so many times, like, fucking, what the fuck just happened? Chet just happened. You just got fucked by Chet. Congratulations.
I'm Becca. I went to school for art history. Now I'm a real estate agent because I'm dumb as rocks.
Hi, I'm Chet. When my friend Liam got sent to wilderness camp for troubled teens, I sent him a letter every week because I knew he was probably really homesick.
You got sent where?
You're sick in the head.
Cut it out. We don't like her. We've all said we don't like her. I hate that bitch. I want her in the ground.
Brother, you love Chet, right?
Yeah, I love Chet.
Yeah, you do anything for him. I go to hell and back for that guy. I move mountains for that guy. I do fucking
We're
anything
gonna have
for
to
him.
call someone.
She's a nasty bitch. She's got a bad
What
attitude.
the fuck are you doing?
He's the exact guy you hope your daughter gets married to someday.
No, she's never stepped foot in a church.
You know how much he means to me, man? You know how much he fucking means to me, and I never fucking tell him that.
I hate her. I hate her. I want her dead. I want her 6 feet under in the ground.
Oh wait, I'll answer after.
I love him. I love him. I love him. I love Chet. I love Chet.
Calm down. Our memory's gonna hit that bitch.
He's a good man. He's humble. He's loyal. He's brave. Friendship is, man. I move mountains for that guy, all right? I do fucking anything for him. I love him.
I hate Becca. I fucking hate Becca.
Oh no.
I left my
wallet, but
Is that what you really think about me?
Why?
Can I say something?
Gotta say,
I just don't feel bad.
gonna miss him.
I am so glad you said that. I hated her.
He was awesome.
Yeah, she was the worst.
Yeah. He was the best.
I'm with my old crew, and we're rocking our new crew neck that's available in our store, as is that hat.
Check that out. Yeah, it's at almostfridaystv.com, so go check it out for this and some other sweet ass.
Oh, Jesus. This is a new video. Link this to your friends. Send this to your friends and make them watch it. We're not doing anything on the stream for 20 seconds while you send this to all your friends. We'll wait.
Amen.
I can see all of your computers. You all have keyloggers. You all have spies on your computers right now. Okay, I've backdoored every system. I'm watching all of you. And until 5,000 people have received that link,
If you've ever wondered who killed John F. Kennedy, I figured it out over 12 beers on the Friday Beers YouTube, so go check it out. New series called Cold Cases. I love it.
Wow. New GDP now. Report recession averted. Oh, thank God. They were forecasting a 2.8% contraction, but we have backed off to a 2.4% contraction. Thank you. Angel thumbs. The economy is saved. Didn't Hoover's tariffs lead to the Depression, with FDR attempting 60% taxes on the rich later? From what I understand, the Depression ended because of the war machine. Are we repeating history with Trump? Listen, conservatives just don't like history, okay? A White House official says that roughly 50% of Mexican imports and 62% of Canadian imports are not compliant with the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement, so tariffs will remain on those, on over half the trade, maybe? I don't know. Destiny, thoughts?
How long do you spend on YouTube, and how long should I spend on YouTube?
That's the hottest little girl I've ever seen.
What? That's a guy.
Okay.
Was it a girl? I don't know.
I don't know. I actually like that person. All right.
Jesus. Okay, someone in YouTube chat said, Destiny, I'm Canadian and new to economics. Just trying to understand, if we, Canada, kept our tariffs up, would it hurt Trump and America, or just hurt Canadian citizens? Arguably, it would hurt both. Tariffs hurt everybody. Tariffs are like punching people with your eyes. It hurts everybody. Why does that say not know anything? Matthew Barnett, what do I not know? What's your problem? It's like freedom fries. See, that was my question was earlier, Destiny. Didn't mean to troll, sorry. I didn't know if Trump would regret tariffs, just worded it badly. I'm a dumb Canadian. That's okay, bro. We're all dumb over here. Matthew Barnett said, it's always a mystery to you. You never know anything. Okay.
Let's say you're talking to a potential new...
Have we watched this one before? I feel like we've watched all of these before. But I don't care.
Let's say you're talking to a potential new client and he lowballs you. In that scenario, what is the Royce choice? Do you accept the lowball or do you reject it? Reject. Reject, right, of course. Now that you've rejected the lowball, are you going to counter with a higher price or are you going to threaten him? Threaten him. Yeah, big time. And we'll threaten him by putting a gun up to his head, right? That'll do it. No, that won't do it. No. If you really want to get what you want, you'll threaten him with your own life. So, how are we going to do it? We're going to slit our wrists like an amateur, or we're going to hang ourselves with a noose like a man? Guys, come on, it's noose. It's always noose. Stool or desk, guys? Stool. Yep. And let's say you're on the stool and he's still not budging. What do? Do you actually kill yourself, or do you give the rope some slack? Slack. Give the rope some slack. Just enough so it doesn't tighten when you land. Reject. Threaten. Your own life. Noose. Stool. Slack. Royce choice. Everyone go sit back down. We'll download right now.
Based.
No, the lettuce is out.
How the fuck is a Subway inside of a Walmart out of lettuce? Motherfucker, go get it!
No, the lettuce is out of stock. I'll just stand around refusing to work. I ain't buying no new lettuce.
How the fuck is a Subway inside of a...
Okay. This motherfucker streams more than I do. Holy shit. Trump live again? Jesus, every day. Tariffs can protect domestic producers, which is why many smaller economies use them, but the size of the economy and dependence on imports versus exports should influence that implementation. That's kind of true. There's not really much of a point for the US to use tariffs unless you don't understand how the economy works. But I mean, like, tariffs aren't necessarily always bad, just doesn't make much sense for the United States from an economic point of view. Okay. We have like a whole ass Hassan drama segment to go through in a second. How do I get the Apple photo shit to stop showing me pictures of the woman that made me want to kill myself? It is kind of fun. I don't have like life is always a journey moving forward, so I don't care. But it is funny when I like pick up my phone and it's like, look at these wonderful memories, and it'll show like an ex-girlfriend and me like in some place like, damn, that could be really dark, you know? Or I can't imagine if somebody has like an ex or like a current girlfriend or boyfriend pick up a phone and then Google or Apple is like, check this out, and it's like, How do I get the Apple phone? Oh, this is... And, wait, why is he using the house picture? But he's got the Chase name. Wait, Gavin Newsom did do a video? Is this from his podcast we're going to listen to later? Or
I think...
So is there a video of this and it's not just Spotify or what? Destiny, thoughts on the Tate and DeSantis situation? It just seems stupid, virtue signaling on Florida's behalf for me, but...
You talked about it the other day. A lot of folks were talking about that Carville article where he talked about...
Roll over and play dead?
Roll over. In essence, he said that. I think it was a strategic retreat, right?
Spotify has video? Wait, really? Oh. Okay, we'll watch this later then.
And you had an FBI that wouldn't report on it. They didn't want to say why. I would say that could be suspicious.
What's the likelihood that the value of the US dollar is going to go down exponentially? Honest to God, I don't actually know how currency valuation works. I don't know what the big levers of control on that are, or the big influential things on currency thing. I personally, I just like roughly correlate it to the strength of an economy, but it's probably more complicated than that, so.
His answer right here, and we're going to play that out for you on Live Now.
Why do you think we don't know about the guy who shot you in the ear?
Yeah, no, well, and the second one with all of his cell phones, so I want to...
Hold on. Didn't they fire the FBI lady? Was it FBI or Secret Service person? The lady who was in charge of that investigation? Did that ever finish then? Did we just never find out more about it? Did he do anything or what?
Find the answers. I told them. In fact, today I said, I want to find, we can no longer blame Biden for that one. He should have released that a long time ago. So they are giving me a report next week sometime, and I do believe I'll be releasing. I want to release the report. A lot of people have asked that question. You had one who had 3 apps, 2 of which were foreign, supposedly, and who has the biggest white shoe law firm in Pennsylvania, even though they don't live in necessarily a white shoe area. What's that all about? His law, the law firm. The other one had 7 or 6 cell phones. And
Destiny, can you actually name a single other person that is doing things right? All I've ever seen is you shitting on everyone else finding fault. A single other person where? That the people that do the lobby entrance downstairs in my apartment do things right. They usually let people up that need to come up, and they keep people out that need to be kept out. What do you mean? That was a very broad question.
I don't have 6 cell phones. And why would somebody have 6 cell phones? So we're going to be releasing a report on that soon, Peter.
But based on what you're saying, the lack of information and the data points that you just gave, does that make you think that there's some part of that there's some big...
It could be. Well, it makes other people think that. It makes me think it a little bit too. I say, when you have 3 apps and 2 of them are foreign, and you had an FBI that wouldn't report on it, they didn't want to say why, I would say that could be suspicious. And then on the second assassin, you had, and by the way, I have to tell you, Secret Service did a great job on that by spotting him. But on the second one, he had 6 cell phones. That's a lot of cell phones. And a couple of them had some strange markings on them. So, yeah, I want to find out, and I would be willing to release it. I mean, maybe there's a reason that we should.
It means in politics? On the Democrat side right now, I don't know if anybody is, but it's more like a joint effort. Like, there are people that I've identified that I think have good, like, stage presence or communicate well. The people that I generally point to, and there's one other lady I need to look up today because people keep telling me to look her up, Jasmine something. But I feel like AOC, Bernie Sanders, and Gavin Newsom seem to me to come off as having good stage presence. I'll say stage presence instead of aura.
So
Jasmine Crockett or Crockett?
I don't want to get too far ahead of my skis, but yeah, I would be very willing to release that. I'd like to see it. I want to see it myself. Not only, I want to see that one myself.
That was. All right, so President Trump says that he wants to, if he is able to make it public, the updates that he will be receiving in a report form on his attempted assassinations. And so we still await for the tape playback. It looks like it could be coming up at any...
Oh, wait, was that old?
You had, and by the way, I have to tell you, Secret Service did a great job.
No, this was live. Wait, is there a better video? Why am I watching this other channel? Or what do I... What about Pete Buttigieg? I love Pete personally because I appreciate like the intellectual fact bullshit or whatever. I like that. I really like that. But I don't know if Pete has like the wow factor for being on stage and like moving and driving audiences. I don't know if he has that. I don't know how to explain it. But I like him. I really like Pete. I just don't know if he has that audience charisma factor.
Could speak directly to Elon Musk, what would you say?
Fuck off.
She does. This person, she's got it. I don't know what it is.
That's it.
But she's got it. Okay? Based.
It's a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the floor. 40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
Think it on it like that.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like buck. Bust that on a beat, bro, deep boat, any rap. He a freak though, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe. Let them boys to the cross, they walk around like G's. What's up with these?
I'll allow it. Nobody's perfect, okay?
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling, if someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
What? Oh no.
And starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
I'm trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to strike
those words. I had no idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
You just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't want to talk about it.
Voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look it, calm down. Calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to get
Miss
clarification.
Crockett, you're not recognized. Miss Crockett.
I can't hear you with your yelling.
You don't want
calm
me
down.
To be,
Can you please calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk
calm
noise
down.
and then
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Chairman,
come and talk shit about her, y'all gonna have a problem.
Mr. Chairman.
All right, Chair. Okay. Order. Chair now recognizes.
Base.
Gentleman from Time's expired. Does any other member seek recognition?
Mr.
Chair
Chairman,
recognizes Ms. Green.
I'd like to know if any of the Democrats on this committee are employing Judge Merchan's daughter.
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Oh,
Wait, what?
Goldman. That's right. He's advising.
Wait, who said that?
Is she a porn star?
Oh, Goldman. That's right. He's advising. Okay.
He's advising who? What? Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about
Yes. Okay. Sorry. I don't need to see anything else. Probably Raskin. Okay. Yes. Whoever this person is it Crockett? Yes. I just need to hear more of this. Okay. It makes me feel sane. I don't actually even know if the average person but I just feel like, the fuck is going on here? What are we here for right now? Do you know what we're here for right now? Yes. Yes.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Oh, she did go first. Oh, she did go for. Well, in that case.
Well, you the one talking about. I guess
I
you
think
still
your
stuck in
fake
the courtroom.
eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
That's beneath
would
even
you please regain order of your committee?
Order.
Please.
There's a point of order.
We have a point of order. Mr. Lynch, state your point.
Mr. Chairman, I would just like to ask the parliamentarian if your conduct here in raising money in connection with this hearing is referable to the Ethics Committee within this hearing. Is a motion in order to refer your conduct and your abuse of
It's not a point of order.
Mr. I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words.
Oh, I love this one too, because you've got AOC who hasn't said anything mean, so she can occupy the I don't want to say self-righteous. She can occupy like the righteous anger role. You just made a really mean comment. But then you've got our unhinged warrior, okay, Jasmine Crockett. Also, to nobody's surprise, I just saw this linked. Apparently Sean hates this person. This lady spoke perfectly normal prior to entering Congress. It's the perfect example of that study that showed Democrats dumbing down language when speaking to minority crowds, but speaking normal to whites, while Republicans speak identically, no matter who is in the crowd. Trump literally has a vocabulary of like 50 words. What is the point of like... he just doesn't like her because she's a Democrat, but okay.
Down. Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl?
I don't think we are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
See ya.
Okay. All right. We're suspending.
Do you need to... is it Comer? Does he need to approve it being struck? Or it was just the second person? Does he have to say that it's struck to strike it, or...
Absolutely not.
Unhinged Emma vigilant tweet. I hate Emma, okay? I hate Emma, and I hate all these people. But I will not shit on them when they're shitting on conservatives, okay? I will not shit on them for shitting on conservatives. We watch this. This woman says that this spike like fucking permanently disabled her. This is the blonde woman who I guess... Fuck, I don't want to make fat jokes. She says that after this spike, here's the 7'2", 480 pounds, 5% body fat, ruthless trans NCAA. I don't even know if this is college or high school, actually, athlete. She says that spike, I don't believe it. I've said this before. We spent like 2 hours looking this up before. I don't believe that she was ever disabled or that half her face was paralyzed. I think that was all bullshit. I don't believe it. There was never any compelling evidence posted for me for that. I just don't believe it. I think she rode this just like that the one lady who swam against Leah Thomas or whatever rides her anti-trans shit. I want to say Riley Gaines. Is that right? Yeah. Why does it sound like a porn star's name? Riley Gaines. But she doesn't even have her hands up. She's absolute dog shit at volleyball. I mean, she could have just made a mistake. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and like call out people, but some people tried to like watch the video and like measure the speed of the ball and that it was like within tolerance for like what a normal female athlete at this level would be spiking the ball at. But I mean, anybody that spikes the ball in your face is going to fucking hurt, especially if you don't protect your face at all and you get fucking hit. I mean, what are you going to do? But yeah, I don't know.
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? But they're okay. What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. But let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. But what if they...
Anyway, sorry.
I don't know. It's crazy. It's
That-
disintegrating.
No, we're taking her words down.
Yeah.
No
They're
say
arguing
that-
about taking the words down? That should be an easy give.
He has retract. Absolutely not. Absolutely.
So, she agrees to that. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be in over.
Not today. Yeah. Not
I
today.
got to find some place where I can work.
Here's what we're not going to do. You can't.
What does it mean to take her words down? To have them removed from the recorded record of the congressional meeting.
Sit down.
Or the committee meeting, I should say, I guess.
That's fine, but she has to do a public record. And she has to actually apologize. And if
Oh, AOC saying she's got to apologize. Ooh, ooh.
real apology, here's
She
what
has
we're
to
not
do
going
it
to
publicly.
do. We're not going to do a smarmy apology. She has to actually apologize. And that needs to be up to Ms. Crockett as well.
Sure.
Based. Make her act like an adult. Oof. Oof. And there are so many, not to get cultural or whatever, there are so many, like, weird dynamics at play here. Because MTG is... How old is she? So you've got, like a 15-year younger woman telling you need to apologize to another younger woman. Marjorie is from the South. It's a black woman telling you got to apologize to a much younger... Ooh, you know, this is a... Oof, this is a... Oh, you know she's hella mad about this request. How does this even...
It needs to be sincere.
This is crazy.
Is AOC black or Hispanic? Whatever. Listen, I'm white. They're all black to us. Okay. Crockett is 43? Sure. But AOC is, isn't she 35? 36? 35.
Oh, shit. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Because her ego's bruised.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's all it is.
She's not used to people talking back to
She
her.
doesn't want to say sorry to nobody for nothing. She's going to learn.
I don't even know how to.
Also, damn, she's 43. Jesus. Whoa, unmute. Unmute the mics.
I'll ask. Yeah. No.
Act like total what? She's so mad. She's thinking about, she's like, I wish I could target these motherfuckers with those Jewish space lasers right now, which she, by the way, 100% totally believes in and was posting on her Facebook about right before being elected into Congress in the United States of America.
Oh, in LA.
Yeah. I know.
Who's leaving?
The committee will reconvene. Miss Green has
something to
4
say.
minutes and 21 seconds. There's a motion. Miss Green, do you wish to strike your words?
I have 4 minutes and 21 seconds to speak.
I think we have to do the motion first, and then unless there's another motion, then you'll be recognized again. But I believe there's another motion coming. So, will you agree to strike your words?
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she should apologize. No. She should apologize.
Okay, hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then you're not striking your words.
I am not apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman, the minority.
Pretty self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're
out
not.
of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes
MTG.
Mr. Perry.
Was that AOC also being a debate pedophile? Oh my God.
You're not. You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike the.
I'd like to
I move to strike
strike
the
those
lady's
words as
words.
well.
Move to strike the lady's words again.
That's 2 requests to strike. That's 2 requests to strike.
Oh, they cannot take the
There's
words.
another motion to strike her words again. Please
All right,
get
okay,
your members under
here's the
control.
correct part of
And AOC hasn't even gone, like, she hasn't gone personal or been mean technically to Marjorie Taylor Greene at all. She hasn't, like, said any personal insults or anything, right?
Ms. Green, do you agree to unanimous consent to strike your words?
I repeat again for the second time. Yes, I'll strike my words, but I'm not apologizing.
Without objection.
Not apologizing.
I reserve the right to object.
Chairman, I
reserve the right to object.
Mr.
I
Perry.
reserve the right to object.
Chairman, I move that Mr. Goldman's words and Ms. Ocasio-Cortez's words be stricken.
Okay.
Which words? And you have to do it contemporaneously. Object. The objection must be contemporaneous, and they haven't spoken in 10 minutes.
Nobody's spoken in 10 minutes.
Well, that's right. Therefore, defeating your proposal.
You all have. So that's my motion, Mr. Chairman.
We weren't able to.
But I object. It doesn't refer to anything that's on the floor. Ms. Ocasio-Cortez objected immediately and instantaneously, as you're supposed to do under the rules and precedents of the House of Representatives.
So the first time he could
Mr. Chairman, point of parliamentary inquiry.
All right, we're going to suspend for a minute, but we'll talk to the parliamentary.
Was it Meghan McCain or was it Marjorie Taylor Greene who tweeted out yesterday, "I've never been more disgusted by the Democrats and the decorum," or whatever?
I object to your objection.
That was Meghan McCain? Okay. Jesus. Was this the same interaction or?
Point of order.
Who's?
It's me.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking
so then was this
about
after?
somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
So this followed.
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold on.
I'm trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to
I
strike
had no
those
idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
You just voted to do it.
Y'all did it
first, so you don't
just
talk about
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to talk shit about her. Y'all gonna have a problem.
Mr. Chairman.
Chair. Okay.
Rewind and watch Raskins Try Not to Laugh. Wait, hold on. I think there's something missing in between this.
Gentleman from Florida.
They have the two signs up, so I'm guessing it followed pretty closely after.
The ayes are... Mr. Chairman, on this vote, the ayes are 21, the nays are 19, with 1 voting present.
All right, motion table. Now the chair recognizes Ms. Green for 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Raskins.
Who's?
It's me.
Ms. Crockett.
It said tabled with 21 ayes and 19 nays. How many ayes did they need? Does that mean that the motion didn't pass? How many do they need?
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman,
Okay.
I make a motion to strike those down.
And then
You're out of control.
Because if I
Look, Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
stand
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Mr.
Order.
Chairman.
Sorry.
Chair.
I don't know why
Okay.
you're
Order.
acting
Chair
like
now
that.
recognizes
Not cute.
Ms. Green for 4 minutes and 21 seconds. 4 minutes. Let Ms.
You missed it. Oh, what was there another close up of him?
On what quality?
Chairman, motion
I
to
had
strike
no
those
idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
You just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't want to talk about
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down. Calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to get
Ms.
clarification.
Crockett, you're not recognized. Ms.
I can't hear
Crockett.
you with your
And you
yelling.
don't want
calm
me to
down.
Be,
Can you please calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk
Please calm
noise,
down.
and then you
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look, Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
stand
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a
Mr.
problem.
Chairman, Mr.
Order.
Chairman.
Chair.
I don't know why
Okay.
you're
Order.
acting
Chair
like
now
that.
recognizes.
Everybody, Canada, you all have to do this. Whoever Canadian staffers, get this up to fucking Trudeau, please. Ontario will keep US booze off LCBO shelves and go ahead with energy export tax despite 1 month pause on tariffs. You need to, at least for 1 month, you need to uphold this stuff. It can't be that Trump can flip the switch on and off with no penalty. Please, please, all of Canada.
Not cute.
Ms. Green for 4 minutes and 21 seconds. 4 minutes. Let Ms. Green talk, and then you all can. I'll recognize.
But I moved to strike her words for a second time based on her second set of personal remarks attacking another member.
Who?
Chairman Comer.
Because you all cannot
I have an
seem
amendment at
to
the desk,
apply
and this
the rules
sideshow
of the
needs to
committee.
stop.
We have to do this every time.
Okay, I'm recognized. I'm recognized. I'm going to go ahead and start talking.
Look, I know. Look, I don't know if you've noticed it. I have 2 hearing aids. I'm very deaf. I'm not understanding. Everybody's yelling. I'm doing the best I can. Can we not recognize Ms. Green and let her
We
get?
cannot because of the rules of the committee, Mr. Chair. That is what I'm trying to communicate in the present moment.
We have a Okay, what's the motion? What's the
motion?
Can I just say the appreciation I have, because not only does AOC have like the energy and the candor, right, and she has this like, you know, the righteous fury and indignation over what's happened, but she's also learned the order, the rules, the procedure. She's following them accordingly, right? And now she's being a stickler for them in a positive way. She should be.
Motion is to strike the gentlelady's words for the second set of remarks, not the first, the second. That apply to me.
She has no idea. I think, Mr.
She has
Chairman,
no
I'm the
idea.
only one recognized right now.
We objected at the time.
Also, I don't even know if it feels like a lot of these people don't actually know what the rules are for for how to object or what happens when people are talking over each other, because it seems like there's disagreement over what the rules even are here.
Will the member state the words she wishes struck?
She told me, or she asserted that I was not intelligent. These are the specific words. They're like, we can have it read by the clerk.
It was made immediately.
And it was made immediately. I am not moving now.
I don't think it was
I am not
timely.
moving
It was made
now.
immediately, both by the gentlelady and by me.
Mr. Chair, it was made immediately.
It was made immediately,
and you said
both by
that
the
you would
gentlelady and
return
by
to
me.
us.
She said, "You don't have the intelligence to talk to me," is what she said.
The chair recognizes Ms. Green for 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
Mr. Chair.
See, this is good. You have to force them to acknowledge their mistakes. This type of she's doing what I said like a year or two ago, back when I was still talking to conservatives. Like, if I'm going to debate a conservative, then we're just going to sit on one point until you accept and acknowledge that you're incorrect. Don't just move on from one thing to the next. Okay, like what's happened the past 2 combos I've had. We're going to sit here on one point until you acknowledge you're incorrect. And she's doing this, right? No, we're not going to move on because. And now I'm just quoting AOC here. It might be that she's incorrect, but I have no reason to believe she is so far, based on what I've heard. That if you want to object to something being entered into the record, your objection has to be said or uttered immediately after the utterance that you want stricken from the record. So that's why AOC is like, no. She doesn't have time. I don't recognize. We have to do this right now, because if AOC allows her to talk, she won't be able to remove it from the record later. 9 months ago, so probably already on that Russian payroll or the Trump corrupt bullshit. This guy is another one of Trump's fucking clowns in league with like the Jim Jordans and everybody. Just an absolute degenerate, disgusting, subhuman fucking piece of shit. Obviously wants to move on as quickly as possible because he is a partisan hack with absolutely no spine or values.
21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, what is happening with the ruling?
I object to the ruling now.
We must object.
I mean, if you want to take it up.
Just move on.
Yeah.
Move on.
Isn't it a better strategy to insult them back harder? What's the point of doing civility politics anymore? Well, for here, it works because AOC hasn't insulted anybody. So AOC gets to be like the perfect victim, kind of. And it's Miss Crockett who's been going hard. So this dynamic works well because MTG lashed out at AOC and called her unintelligent for no reason. We didn't really have any reason to say that. So it's a good dynamic. AOC shouldn't lash out. She should just play by the rules. It's good here, I think.
We should just adjourn.
Yeah.
It's
not a you can't say I object because of
I was
hearsay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought Jerry Springer.
Having Raskin in there is so nice. Probably the most knowledgeable of procedure in that room. Raskin seems like a really smart guy. From the interviews I've heard him on, he was part of the J6 committee. Like, he seems like a smart dude.
This is not oversight, it's serious. Mr. Chairman, a point of order. Mr. Chairman. Yeah. To a time certain tomorrow.
Is that it? Did they adjourn?
We got it. All right. Okay. All right. Back in order. The committee will come back.
The voters will just see the 15-second TikTok clip of MTG being based and red-pilled, calling AOC retarded to her face, and no one in the public cares about these procedures, about striking the words. Well, then just have them then make your own clips or whatever. I mean, I don't know. What do you mean? Or never mind. Just let them call you names at every single thing, and then
back to order. The chair rules to strike the words that Ms. Green said.
There you go.
She said that Ms. Ocasio-Cortez was not.
That she lacked the intelligence to speak to her when, in fact, Ms. Ocasio-Cortez is a brilliant member.
Get anything on me.
No, we should be on the record with what was happening.
Okay, we struck the words that she said, "You're not intelligent." Are we good on that?
No.
The words have been struck.
No, it
no.
was to take the words down.
Yeah, we're
Mr.
good.
Chairman.
Goldman, you're out of order. Listen.
Mr. Chairman, her motion was to take her words down, not to strike the words.
What's the difference? He doesn't know the difference, I don't think. Did he just look it up? Did he just say, what's the difference?
Motion was to take her words down, not to strike the words.
It was to strike the words. That's what Ms. Ocasio-Cortez asked.
Which is to take them down.
There's no such
Which is
thing.
to take them down.
Which is to take them down.
Oh, so that guy doesn't.
They've been taken down.
That guy doesn't know
All
what
right,
it
then
is.
that means that Ms. Green has to leave the committee.
Mr. Goldman, you're out of order. Now, I want everyone to let's comply with the quorum. The chair recognizes
Mr. Chairman.
Ms. Green
Her words were taken down.
No, her words were taken down. That means she cannot speak.
The chair.
Is there something? There's some kind of procedure where if you get taken down twice or something, you're no longer allowed to talk or something. Ooh.
If her words are stricken, she cannot speak in this hearing. Talk to your parliamentarian.
Oh no! Oh wait, did he already agree? Oh no! She got muted.
Get out.
Did he not know? Did he not understand the rules? Oh no!
A motion under unanimous consent. The gentlelady is not permitted to speak for
Chairman?
the rest of this session.
I think Homer didn't realize this. Look, this is like you ever watch that? This is like that fucking show Suits or whatever, where like Mike is like, oh, actually, I read it and paid 32 of the contract because I remembered every fucking word of it. If you agree to this, and actually you sacrifice your whole fucking company. That's what AOC just did.
And we're happy to revive our motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman. I think these 17-hour days might not work for us.
Something about working, huh?
Yeah, maybe showing up for a vote.
You have a lot to.
I don't even know who's making fun of who right now. I don't know all the voices.
Yeah, maybe showing up for a vote.
You have a lot to say, being that you're on retainer for the judge's daughter. Sorry, trust fund kid.
Mr. Chairman.
That's an MTG comment?
We should strike those words too.
You brought your popcorn.
Mr. Chairman,
Strike
we have to
those
strike
after
those as
we
well.
strike the
And
fact
Mr.
that they
Chairman-
called they were making comments about Marjorie's body. So we can
Mr.
do this all
Chairman.
night long, but I have a motion.
Mr. Chairman,
at
this
the
is out of
desk I'd like to
control.
get.
We should adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Motion at the desk.
Mr. Chairman.
I think my body's pretty good at I'm going to be 50
Point of order.
this month.
No, she took the bait. No, why is she taking the bait?
I am. I turned 50.
Mr. Chairman.
Pretty good.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
we have some members in the room who are drinking inside the hearing room who are not members of this hearing.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, we have members who are not on this committee sitting in the hearing
We have
room
members
drinking.
talking who haven't been recognized. Mr. Chairman. Point of inquiry. Mr. Chairman.
Democrats are against
Mr.
drinking.
Chairman. Point of inquiry.
Wow, good
Yeah.
sick burn.
Mr. Chairman.
Water.
We're going
There
to
you go.
suspend. We're going to suspend for 5 minutes while our staffs work the parliamentary questions out. So this committee
They don't know the procedure rules. Bro, this is actually...
has suspended for 5 minutes. It'd be a good time for everyone to go out and take
Can we
a break.
apologize to the
Get some
American
fresh
people
air.
back home
5
first?
minutes.
That would be really
Committee
great.
will
if we
reconvene in 5
heard
minutes.
How sorry we are that we're not.
We're actually watching this in real time.
This is the Onion News Network, a 24-hour nonstop news assault.
And in Washington this afternoon, Congress attempted to pass a law but failed after neither the House nor the Senate could remember how to do it. For more details, here's Onion News Network Washington correspondent Jane Carmichael.
Hi, Brooke. The bill in question is the Challenger Memorial Statue Act of 2011, which would allocate $50,000 to create a memorial to the Challenger astronauts at the Air and Space Museum. The bill has unanimous support from both Republicans and Democrats, but unfortunately it's been so long since they actually passed any legislation that not one person in Congress remembers the protocol for making a bill into a law.
Well, Jane, you'd think as lawmakers they'd be passing bills all the time.
Well, they introduce a lot of bills, but then usually they get held up in questioning the motives and patriotism of whoever proposed them.
But didn't they just pass 1 or 2 bills last year?
They did, but each time they had to go to former Senator Chris Dodd to help them through the process. He was apparently the go-to guy for that kind of thing, but now that he's retired...
Well, why can't they just call him?
Well, they did reportedly, but he told them, quote, "I don't work there anymore and I'm not about to do charity work." At that point, several senators tried to go online to find instructions on bill passing, but then quickly became distracted updating their Twitter feeds with disparaging remarks about political rivals and checking Facebook to see if they had any new supporters.
Well, it seems that Congress is in the middle of an emergency policy session to try and jog their memories. Let's just take a look at that now.
As I recall, we say aye, and then as long as nobody says nay, the bill is passed into law.
I know somebody hits a gavel.
I concur. I also remember a gavel being involved at some point.
Well, in that case, I move that we look up stores where we can buy a gavel.
We'll let the record reflect that we have decided to figure out where we can get a gavel from.
Mr. Chairman, I have a question. I think, don't you have to tell me when to talk?
Oh, right. You can have the floor.
Good. Now, once it's ready to be passed into law, we email it to the president, correct?
I don't know.
We probably have to glue it into a book where all the other laws are.
That makes sense.
Wait, isn't there a Library of Congress?
Yeah.
The book with all the laws must be in the Library of Congress.
I move that we find out where this library is. Does anybody know?
No.
I have no idea.
Dang it.
Oh, it looks like they aren't having much luck.
No, but they'll keep trying. Next, Congress will try saying the law on TV to see if that makes it official. And after that, they'll have all of the bill's supporters stand in a circle and shake hands with one another simultaneously to see if that works.
Yeah, well, let's hope they figure it out. And remember, Jane, eyeliner can work wonders. We have to take a quick break now, but first let's check in with another of the Onion News Network's live 365 weather cams, this time from Iowa. Okay, looks like a lot of snow there. We'll be right back.
Has Trump said anything interesting? We'll times two our way through this later. Hold on. A few more short things. What do we got?
Coming back.
This was today?
T-shirts,
This is the golden
sneakers,
age,
towels.
and you're talking about it today.
Are we going to make all those things in the United States? None of them are made here. TVs, electronics.
Why did we stop? Because we entered into an illogical world of low tariffs here and high tariffs there. So everybody could go find the cheapest place in the world. I mean, think about it. Why would a factory that was making cars in Michigan move to Canada?
Okay.
Because I tell you why. Because they did it because there weren't unions in these locations. We harmed American workers in exchange for what? The prices of cars didn't come down.
Yeah.
Donald Trump understands it. He's going to bring it back. Coming back.
T-shirts.
CNBC host literally laughs. Wait, fuck. Did it cut to him, or did I just not hear it?
Tariffs here and high tariffs there. So everybody could go find the cheapest place in the world. I mean, think.
Oh, it was just at the beginning.
Coming back.
T-shirts,
This is the golden
sneakers,
age,
towels.
and you're talking about it today.
Oh, yeah.
Are we?
Tesla saved an entire family in a head-on collision. All three of them, including a 2-year-old child, walked away with only minor injuries. Well, wait, is this a troll thing, or? It was manually driven. Well, I thought I was going to see some sick... What? The other car is in the opposite lane if you didn't notice. Yeah, it moved back before the video ended if you didn't notice. What do you mean? Holy shit. Insurance fraud people everywhere scamming Teslas now by baiting them into accidents, into head-on collisions. Destiny, the Tesla hate I don't get. It's a good company run by Americans. Can't we just hate Elon and pressure Tesla to replace him? I'm okay with boycotting even to that end. Sure. But the way that you get them to replace him is by boycotting Tesla. Fuck Tesla. If Elon is forced to completely divest from the company, meaning he doesn't even own a fucking fund with Tesla stock in it. Destiny, what do you do in this situation right here? As much, keep right as much as you can and hope the other car goes back to their lane. Oof, I actually don't know. In a situation like this, you're driving. One thing that I think is a little crazy, like this must be the car reacting, right? It's a little bit crazy to me that the car driving begins to correct to the other lane, like almost immediately, because this guy could just be swerving a bit, and he kind of actually is. Like an inattentive driver here in the right lane would have been fine, because he wouldn't have even, this guy would have corrected before. If this was a manual driver, I would almost say this guy here is panicking or overcorrecting, maybe even to the point of being liable for the accident. I'm not sure. I don't know how how the ruling on this would look. This guy obviously did cross. He's not supposed to be in this lane, but it's like a little bit. Like his second set of tires doesn't even make it. The second set of wheels don't even make it into the other lane. So he's either not paying attention because it's a turn coming up or whatever, and then this guy like dramatically overcorrects to the left, and then gets fucked. People said slam on your brakes. I'm assuming or hoping that the car driving is also braking maybe at the same time. Although I can't tell if it's slowing down or not. But is it me, or is the point of view driver not slowing down? I can't tell. It looks like he's not, but obviously you should be slamming your brakes probably at the same time. So yeah, I don't know. Wouldn't you drive to the right? Maybe my instinct would probably be to drive to the right because you would just assume that this person is veering over the lane more than assuming, oh fuck, he's definitely coming all the way over to my lane. Like, it's very, very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable to drive incorrectly. Like, if I try to force it in a parking lot, people have a very hard time mentally dealing with that. Like, it's just naturally, we just don't gravitate towards that. Like, if you're in like a weird parking lot situation where somebody's like, for whatever reason, like if somebody's like here and you like back out of a parking spot and you're like here, and it's like, it would be easier for me to just go left and you go here and then we do whatever. It's really hard for people to do this. Like, this guy, he won't try to pass on the left here. They'll try to like go over here while you like go here. It's just, people are very naturally inclined in that direction. So I imagine in a stressful situation, I imagine I would probably think the same. I don't know if I would ever have the intuition like, I'm gonna go to the other lane. That would be a crazy reaction. Yeah, so geez. How is this not a successful maneuver, though? I think your hatred for Elon clouds your judgment. The Tesla literally recognized the threat and neutralized it by attacking the driver from the side.
Minister, your Foreign Affairs Minister yesterday called all of this a psychodrama. How do you characterize it?
Thursday.
Okay, true. Oh, I saw this tweet. This would be like a DNC countrywide response for local Democrats to do this. If this messaging is true, that they want their local Republicans to stop doing town halls because they're getting negative feedback, Tim Walz's tweet here, that's a shame if your Republican representative won't meet with you because their agenda is so unpopular. Maybe a Democrat will. Well, maybe I will. If your congressman refuses to meet, I'll come host an event in their district to help local Democrats beat them. This would be this would be like a good type of event, I think. If you have Republicans that are refusing to hold town halls, they just have a Democrat candidate in the area hold a town hall, or somebody from a neighboring district or something. Okay, hold on. We're working our way. We gotta...
Anyway, further...
Quick drama meme. Henry Resilient's new video reveals major drama behind the scenes. Jesus, we're getting crazy on these thumbnails.
And Nick, there was a large support for Melina. Mr. Flamethrower said, any NMP viewer knows that Melina actually deserves a decent chunk of change for how she basically revitalized his channel. Another person wrote, she 100% deserves what she's owed. She carried OTK events in their channel for years.
Flashback. Just like you have a Twitch career now because of nepotism, go ahead.
No, I have a Twitch career now because
Oh, look, Henry's like putting effort into his videos and shit now too. Good job.
I chose to. I didn't go on stream for 6 years because I didn't want to. Now I finally chose to be on stream. So I think you have a Twitch career now because of nepotism.
I do, yeah.
I chose to come on here.
Well, because of chance in Greek.
False, because you were sitting at 200 viewers whenever you live with chance. Then I came on your stream and now you're fine.
Are you saying that you made me?
And a flashback. Some people had no idea they were married.
You didn't tell us you were married? Yeah. Well, that's true. That's actually pretty, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty impressive that we kept it a secret this long.
And dude, round of applause for everyone in Austin who knew, who didn't leak anything. Just legendary play. Just everyone kept it a secret that long, dude.
He also said that him and Melina does not want to talk about their divorce online. However, at every moment without being solicited for the divorce, he continues to farm it every chance he gets, which is odd considering him and Melina had no plan of talking about it.
He says, divorce, talk about it, we are waiting. No, I'm not going to talk about it.
Nick, what's something you've never told chat?
Well, I never told him straight up, hey, I'm married.
I just had to get leaked. That was crazy.
I never told him.
Yeah, but now everyone knows.
Go through a divorce. He says, divorce, talk about it, we are waiting. No, I'm not going to talk about it. You didn't hear him go through a divorce, actually.
I heard about that, but I don't believe what I see on Twitter.
Oh, it's all real. Yeah. It's right now. That's gone.
A few moments later.
The funny is,
This entire thing is farming stuff.
So I'm technically married.
How you bring that up?
He says, divorce, talk about it, we are waiting. No, I'm not going to talk about it. That is not what Melania and I want to do, so.
I like the fact that he acts as her spokesperson because he knows she is not going to go live to dispute anything he says, but the divorce is getting bad. Nick often talks about how there is no drama and there's no fighting.
But I can't say there's no like fighting or anything, so if anyone's looking for fighting or drama, it's not there.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
I am here to tell you that is not true. It actually looks like the complete opposite. There's a ton of fighting and potentially some abuse going on, according to Melina. As someone who went through divorce, I find it odd for them not to be fighting, that they're still not in agreement on how their assets should.
As somebody who has dealt with similar situations here, I don't think Nick is saying we're not fighting like over the divorce, like fighting over assets or whatever. I think Nick is just saying they don't want to like publicly besmirch each other or have like it be a big public back and forth drama thing, which that's not inconsistent with them actually fighting over the divorce.
Should be divided. And from the looks of Melina's amended divorce petition, they are far from an agreement. When Nick filed a motion to seal the court documents, people will and have assumed it's to keep his fans or even me from covering the divorce proceedings. That is far from the case. I think he proactively filed this motion to cover up Melina accusing him of financial abuse in her recent court file case. I think he sealed the court documents, people will, and from the looks of Melina's amended divorce petition, they are far from an agreement. When Nick filed a motion to seal the court documents, people will and have assumed it's to keep his fans or even me from covering the divorce proceedings. That is far from the case. I think he proactively filed this motion to cover up Melina accusing him of financial abuse in her recent court filing.
Listen, you can put whatever you want in a complaint, literally. You could even lie about dates if you wanted to, okay? You can literally put whatever you want in a complaint. It doesn't matter. To say, I don't like it when people utilize parts of the legal system available to you and then they assume guilt because you're utilizing that part of a system. When you say, oh, he's stealing it because he wants to hide the abuse, he could just be stealing it because he don't want, like you said, everybody like covering it and obsessing over every single new document that drops, right? That could literally just be it, which would like be a fair thing, I would imagine.
And a slew of requests she's asking the judge to grant her immediately. Hi, I'm Henry Resilient and I cover court documents of your favorite streamers, and today we'll look at Nick's motions to seal the divorce as well as Melina's amended petition for divorce and her request for temporary orders, and why Melina is likely to walk away from the divorce with easily $8 to $13 million, if not more. After my video dropped and right before some LSF moderator deleted the post about their divorce.
This is completely disrespectful, but Nick and the whole squad, I get back with you. You guys are being given a treatment that others are not being given. It's not.
Would you apply the same logic to the Finkelstein doc that you reviewed on stream? I don't know what you're asking me. What logic would I not apply to that?
Apply across the board. Everybody gets shit on, and y'all get off easy because you guys control the mods.
Nick went on to address my video in his Discord server. He told his Discord I was desperate for content, calling me pathetic, saying there was nothing to hide because he already said what's going on publicly, even saying that he is not going to be saving my career, accusing me of spreading misinformation, including what I now know to be Soda's house, and let's not forget my favorite one of them all, Nick Palome hurting my feelings, calling me a huge leech. To my defense, my channel was birthed out of my need to make money to pay for my divorce. I cover my own divorce court documents along with R&B singer, actor Tariffs' divorce.
There's no fucking way Melina walks away with 8 to 12 million. I think Nick's net worth is probably somewhere around 15 million at most. There's no way he's worth more just by being a Twitch streamer now. I have no idea what he's worth. And I don't know what she would even be entitled to here. I mean, like, this is a really interesting divorce case, I think, because you have a situation where somebody probably legitimately did help the career of another person and probably legitimately did forego their own education and career opportunities. And they were married, I think possibly for over 5 years, which I think is in Florida makes it a longer term marriage. Like there's a difference between less than 5 or over 5, I think. Or it might be over 3 or less than 3 in most states. I don't remember, but so there's a lot of implications, I think, for this. When I say implications, it's an interesting result to follow, I guess.
Divorce, the late Green Ranger Jason David Frank's divorce, and I gained popularity covering XQC's RP divorce with the hopes of educating men on how divorce can ruin a man. As a sign of good faith, I donated 5 subs and his chat seemed to enjoy it.
I was recently wondering why you never debated Mehdi Hassan on Israel versus Palestine. Any thoughts? He said he didn't want to have a debate with me on that topic, so.
Educate men on how divorce can ruin a man. As a sign of good faith, I donated 5 subs and his chat seemed to enjoy it.
It's Henry Resilient. Thank you, Henry, for the 5 gifted. Is that actually you? Oh my God. Is it? Let's see if it's actually him. It is. Wow. Thanks, Henry. Appreciate it. Thank you for the video too, man. Thanks, dog.
I thought everything was cool, so I donated my Prime sub, only to be told not to make any more videos about Nick.
Henry, thanks for the Prime Dog. Please stop making videos about me. God help me.
He often says he doesn't care about the divorce, then why would he want me to stop making videos when I just post what the court docs say? Even XQC knows this.
That's a truthful statement.
Getting back to Nick and Melina's divorce, there was drama from the beginning with Melina requesting the court to divide the assets. First, Nick saying,
"What is this
B-roll?" Getting back to Nick and Melina's divorce, there was drama.
What is this B-roll footage? Odds that the Tates go back to jail after the Florida AG launches investigations into them. This is my stance on all of that, because I don't know if this will, because I see people telling me this a lot today. Romania was doing the investigation into the Tates. I don't know what the fuck is going on with their investigation or why they've let them travel or whatever the fuck else. I think Romania should do their investigation. Whatever they come up with, they should go through their process. And then after that, it's it. It's done. The idea that every time the Tates travel to a new place, everybody else is going to do their own investigations, unless there's like precedence for that, I think it's just really cringe. It's virtue signaling. Like, I don't know why the U.S. would be investigating it. I don't even know what the jurisdiction, or if there's even a nexus there at all, unless some of the women came from the U.S. maybe, and they're like it's stupid. I think the Florida AG is just doing this because DeSantis wants to virtue signal about how much he doesn't like the moral degradation of sex traffickers or whatever bullshit. But yeah, I don't know why Florida is doing its own investigation. It seems cringe and stupid to me. I don't know why. Unless they have like probable cause because some other crime was brought up or alleged against them.
From the beginning, with Melina requesting the court to divide the assets. First, Nick saying he hopes that they will come to an agreement. When there is truly no drama, a divorce petition. And with Melina requesting the court to divide the
petition requests the court to divide the estate of petitioner respondent in a manner the court deems just and right, as provided by law.
Assets. First, Nick.
I think this is just a bog standard. This is like a boilerplate statement, of course, that I think you have on every single divorce thing, right? I want the court to divide the estate in a manner that's not just and not right, as provided by bird law, right? Like, okay.
Nick saying he hopes that they will come to an agreement. When there is truly no drama, a divorce petition is often entered with a divorce settlement that both parties have agreed to. It will detail how splitting the assets is going to be, similar to what happened with Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen when their divorce was finalized in under a week. Here we are with Melina and Nick, and she filed for divorce January 16th, and 6 weeks later, there is still no divorce settlement entered, and there will not be one entered for a while. On February 18th, Nick filed a motion to seal the court documents, but is not likely to go in his favor. In his opening sentences, he states the document.
I think the only thing it shows is that the parties haven't agreed to anything. If nothing else was filed, yeah, which is weird. I don't know. Well, I guess the out of court conversation must have been really contentious if they're going to go fight about it in court, which is unfortunate because now they're both just wasting money. But
documents filed in this case are not subject to the standards for sealing court records. The reason why divorce records are not sealed is for judiciary scrutiny, as in the public has a right to see how a judge rules based on the court filings.
So it is actually not so easy to seal a court file. Court file is public record, and it is in public interest to keep all judicial procedures publicly.
That's kind of true. It really depends, I think, on what you're talking about, though. Things related to, I believe, minors and I think sex crimes, you can get, I think, things like this sealed more because there's a compelling interest on the behalf of people involved for things to not be made like super public.
Assume you and your spouse go to the court and say, hey, we want to seal the records. More likely than not, unless you are a celebrity or, you have some trade secrets in the divorce record, the court will deny sealing the court record.
In 12 years, I haven't seen any court filing being sealed.
Secondly, he states that sealing the court records does not have an adverse effect on public health or safety, and the records do not involve matters that should be available to the general public. Nick may be a celebrity in Austin, Texas, and even on YouTube and Twitch Spaces, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm not sure his local celebrity status will be enough to seal the court records. His lawyer should have explained this to him, but I thought this was a misstep considering all the financial information will not be available to the public anyway. Furthermore,
I don't know how this is a misstep. It's a pretrial motion. I mean, you file it. If they don't grant it, then they don't grant it. I don't think you'd lose anything for it, other than the Leon, how much do you think you guys, how many billable hours is it to draft a motion like this? It's got to be like half an hour, right? There's no way they would charge you more than that, no?
For a guy with nothing to hide, he sure wants to hide these court filings. Also, notice that it's just him as opposed to...
Also, fuck, that's such a bad faith thing by Henry to say there. God, I hate everything having to do with legal coverage online now. It actually drives me insane.
To the public anyway. Furthermore, for a guy with nothing to hide, he sure wants to hide these court filings.
That's such a scumbag. For a guy with nothing to hide, it's crazy that, like, you don't take your stream camera with you into the bathroom when you take a shit and zoom in on your fucking asshole. What's going on? Like, okay, dude.
Also, notice that it's just him as opposed to them being in agreement to seal the court filings. The hard truth is I am not sure Melina wants the court records to be sealed because she wants the world to see him how she does without making a video online, knowing that his court documents will be public. Even on the odd chance that Nick is successful in sealing the court records, thanks to the #1 juicer, XQC records were sealed early on, but that stopped absolutely nothing. Moving on.
I don't even know if that's true. I don't know if this could be a joint motion. I don't know if both sides would have to file a motion for the records to be sealed or if one side can just file it. I don't know what the answer is. But
And now let's discuss Melina's first amended petition for divorce and her request for temporary orders. There were some significant changes indicating major drama. In the first petition, she specifically requested a judge divide their estate. Now she believes that they will come to an agreement.
Why wouldn't they seal it though? I hate the marriage in this country. Well, usually we want stuff to be public and open for other people to look at to see. It's good for case law to have precedents, right? To see, well, how was this case settled, or what did this look like? Give people an idea of what to expect, which eases pressure on the courts a little bit. And we just generally don't want a bunch of like, imagine you go to some courthouse and you're like, man, there's a lot of cases that are being filed in this county. What's going on? And the courthouse is like, all those cases are sealed. You're not allowed to look at anything. So, okay, well, that's a little bit weird.
Agreement, but if they do not, she still wants the court to divide their estate. Also, if the court divides their estate, she wants the courts to consider the following division of parties' estates. She wants the judge to consider Nick Palome's economic and financial abuse of her. As I said earlier in the video, she is allegedly Nick's financial abuse victim. You see, Texas is one of those rare states that if a spouse can prove marital misconduct, which is what financial abuse will fall under, instead of giving Melina 50% of the community property, the judge can award her the majority of the community property, as in way more than 50%.
But I can't say there's no like fighting or anything. So if anyone's looking for fighting or drama, it's not there.
Financial abuse is one of the hardest forms of domestic violence to overcome. In some of the more covert cases, you don't even know that you're being financially abused until it's too late. Here are some of the more overt ways that a victim can be financially abused, and then we'll get into the sneaky covert ways. Restricting access to money or withholding bank information, forcing a victim to turn over their entire paycheck, demanding to control how your income is spent, forbidding the victim from working at all, sabotaging the victim's employment by making them miss work or jeopardizing their job, forcing them to work in the family business without proper compensation or compensation at all, creating debt in the victim's name without their knowledge or consent, forcing the victim to take on loans or debts and then controlling the repayment process, forcing the victim to sign financial documents without understanding the consequences. And now, the covert ways. Monitoring or scrutinizing the victim's spending, limiting the victim's access to financial information like account information or passwords, controlling their access to transportation that helps them get to and from work, denying them the ability to make independent financial decisions, using guilt or emotional manipulation to coerce the victim into giving money or assets, hiding or diverting money from joint accounts without the victim's knowledge, sabotaging the victim's attempts to save money or build their own financial independence, making the victim feel financially dependent, using financial generosity as a means to control, like gift giving but with strings attached, or minimizing the victim's financial contributions or accomplishments. This is definitely not a comprehensive list. Abusers do this to maintain financial control so that you can't leave. The whole point is power and control. They want to keep you.
There are many different ways a person can be financially abused, but it sounds like he took her off or limited her access to joint accounts. This will also come up again in her filing. Melina specifically requested, should the divorce go to trial, she wants the judge to consider Nick has not granted her access to their community property accounts, including for the purpose of insight and access to such community funds. Imagine being mid-divorce and you see your soon-to-be ex-husband buying his new girlfriend an $11,000 Chanel bag with your money.
What is that? Are we serious right now? And I see that motherfucker in the back. He can't even hide. Oh, my man is down. Atrocious. 11K? $11,000?
She has a legal right to know how much that bag cost and what account it came out of or what credit card it was put on, because technically it's her money too.
Does this mean Catchy's Chanel bag actually belongs to Melina?
Now let's get to her list of demands she wants the judge to grant her. First, she wants the courts to grant her possession of the home she is currently residing in and to prohibit Nick from entering or remaining on the premises of the residence unless they agree he can visit or the court tells him he can. Since she is allegedly in Norway, it's rumored she purchased a house in Norway, but I cannot find any proof to substantiate that. This is typical because divorce turns friends into enemies, and the last thing she probably wants is Nick popping up on her to talk. The judge would likely grant this request. Second, she wants the judge to order Nick to buy her a car that Nick cannot take control of and for him to pay the car insurance on the vehicle. Sounds like wherever she is, she's without a car. She's married to a multi-millionaire and she has no car of her own. This is pretty sad. The judge may grant her this, but whatever amount that is awarded to her may end up coming out of her final settlement. So if the judge orders Nick to pay her a lump sum of $50,000 for a car, the divorce settlement number will be minus $50,000. Third, she wants the court to know that she does not want Nick's car at all. I like that she made this point because technically it's half her car. This includes the beloved GTR and the Escalade. It's safe to say the judge will grant this request also. Fourth, this is a big one. She wants the judge
I don't know if you can say it's safe to say the court will grant this, because I feel like this is going to be something that if this is an injunction, then the other side, I think, gets to respond. I don't know what like the standard is for injunctions to be granted in like divorce cases or civil cases, but I don't think, unless we've seen Nick's response, like we have no way of knowing. Like there's no evidence at this point, right? This is just words on paper. Like she could, every single thing she is saying could be a lie. She could be saying, I don't think Nick's giving me all of his account access. And it's like, why do you think that? I think he's got 5 secret accounts that he doesn't. It's like, maybe he doesn't. Or maybe Nick literally said, you don't get access to any of the accounts. I'm going to pay you an allowance into a PayPal account. Get fucked, right? But I don't think there's any proof at this stage. This is just like is this the first filing or like an amended filing? Like,
to make Nick pay support to her until the divorce is finalized. Nick is lucky he lives in Texas because the maximum amount of temporary support is $5,000 or 20% of the paying spouse's average monthly gross income, whichever one is less. I say it's pretty safe to say he'll be paying her $5,000 a month tax-free until the divorce is finalized. The judge will likely grant this because she already said she doesn't have access to community accounts. So if $20,000 is nothing, then what's $5,000?
Like, I don't know. You keep saying the judge will grant this, but we haven't seen I'm pretty sure these types of injunctions, you would need to see a response first, and then the judge would have to decide between the two, no?
$5K a month.
You know how much money I was making back then when I made that comment?
How much?
$20K a month.
That's still a lot of money.
It's
That's a shit ton of money.
It's all, you make that, you make that in an hour.
No.
It's all about comparisons.
Fifth, and this is something we all could have seen coming, she wants to be permitted to retrieve her things from Soda's house with a third party. The third party will likely be a family member or the police. I would be surprised if it's another streamer or if it's streamed at all. The judge will 100% grant this request to retrieve her belongings. It's ironic on the surface he bigged up Melina to the public on his streams, liking this clip of him talking to Agent Zero.
The biggest thing I'm ever spending money on actually is a divorce, because when you split everything in half, that's a pretty big paycheck.
Well, that's scary, bro. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not worried about it. But no, I couldn't even do 5 cars if I wanted to.
That's actually scary, bro. Like, you dead ass worked for that, you know?
Yeah, but she helped. She actually was a very integral part of the
I don't know your dynamic, but
no, I mean,
half?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not. It's okay. Trust. Yeah. You know, I don't want to speak too highly of her, but you should meet her when she's great.
What's her name?
Melina. Yeah, she's great. If you want to give it a shot, you can. I wouldn't mind. I just want her to be happy.
I'm good.
But yet she is telling the court she's a victim of financial abuse. Either she is lying or he is. Who do you believe?
Leon, unless you know a reason not to, I imagine you'd load your complaint up, or you'd load your first thing up basically as much as you can, as long as you're not getting in legal trouble for it. Why would you not? Like, allege these things, see how the other side responds, see what the judge grants. Like, why would I feel my gut feelings that this is standard practice. Like, in cases where you know a complaint is going to survive, like, say, like motions to dismiss and everything, you always file them anyway. Why not? Why would you not? It's like part of your due diligence almost, unless I guess your lawyer's going to charge you, you know, like, they're not going to, you wouldn't tell somebody, I want you to go and invent like 50 different things to put in here because now you're spending, you know, $100,000 on some bullshit complaint. But if there's like boilerplate shit you can throw in, why would you not?
But I can say there's no like fighting or anything. So if anyone's looking for fighting or drama, it's not.
Man, we got a lot of mileage out of this clip. This is like the 4th time it's played.
It's not there.
But Melina's not done yet. There's one big thing she also wants Nick to cover. Melina wants Nick to pay for her attorney fees, which is standard, but she wants him to pay for fees, appraisals, actuaries, accountants, and so forth. Since Melina was the equivalent of a stay-at-home wife and does not have access to the funds, the judge is likely to grant this request also. That's right. Like I said in the first video, everything including OTK will be audited. I am 100% sure they do not want some auditor going through their books seeing how much money is coming in versus how much is going out, since Nick announced himself as an owner on October 27, 2020. All vehicles will be appraised along with their YouTube and Twitch channels and any other asset he owns or acquired after they got married on September 25th, 2015. This is the nasty part of divorce where Nick is going to pay people to make sure Melina is aware of every penny she can walk away with from this marriage. It's a hard pill to swallow. To add a little cherry on top, she wants Nick to pay for her legal fees forever when it comes to the divorce. In the event it goes to trial and she appeals, she wants Nick to pay for it. This is why it's huge for Nick to settle ASAP to eliminate going to trial and her appealing. She has literally all the leverage, and the accountants she hires are going to have to go through all of their finances with a fine-tooth comb. In terms of the divorce settlement, I was wrong about them owning the house. His fans quickly brought it to my attention. It's Soda's house, so I did some digging. And
is this guy good, or is he just like a tabloid YouTuber? I'd say he's like a bit above tabloid YouTuber. I don't think he's great, but he's not like the worst.
Yes, it's still Soda's house. I do not watch them or know the lore, so I just assume Nick being a multi-millionaire.
Her and Melina's friends, she was probably convinced to be vindictive. We have no idea if that's true. We don't know anything about that. And Melina was like a pretty big part of Nick's stream and getting it all set up and everything, so I would make that assumption.
His house, so I did some digging, and yes, it's still Soda's house. I do not watch them or know the lore, so I just assumed Nick being a multi-millionaire would own the house he lived in. But the house is inconsequential to the millions Melina's going to walk away with. Even the $300,000 in spousal maintenance is chump change should the divorce process extend past the 10-year mark on September 25th, 2025. The big fish in the divorce is not even the fact that she currently owns approximately 45% of his YouTube channel because it was started June 7th, 2014, a little over a year before they got married. That percentage of equity in the YouTube channel grows each day until the divorce is granted. And if it's true that he began streaming on Twitch in 2016, Melina is legally entitled to half the channel's revenue because she owns half of it. It's a family business. She also is legally entitled to half the value of his shares in OTK. The big fish in his whole divorce is Nick and his investments. Nick is a smart guy and has been rich for a long time. If this next clip is true, Melina will walk away from this divorce easily with $7.5 to $13 million off this one investment.
How do you do with the stock market?
Oh, fantastic.
You know what's crazy? I put $750K into Nvidia.
When?
Before it exploded.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're chilling?
I'm rich as f now.
Wait, when did you put it?
Literally like 4 or 5 years ago.
Jesus. Seriously?
Yeah, rich as f.
Oh my god.
It's crazy.
You $750K 5 years ago.
All the money that I had up until that moment, yeah, just threw it in that bitch.
This clip came out in June 2023, and 4 to 5 years ago, Nvidia stock was super cheap. For the sake of argument, let's just say he did buy in January 2018 when Nvidia stock was $608 a share. $750,000 would net him.
This would be my guess. I don't know anything about Nick's. Wait, did I just look up the wrong stock? I'm sorry, I looked up Tesla for some reason. I don't know anything about Nick's temperament, but I don't think anybody would have held through this much of an increase. Like, I feel like if this stock, if you put in 750K and your stock is appreciated in like a year, 500% or whatever, You think you're holding all the way through this? I don't know.
Roughly 123,000 shares. Let's say he never sold any because why would he? He's making millions from Twitch and YouTube. Those shares today have a value of $124.92 per share at the time of this recording, with a current value of $15 million. But wait, it gets better.
Wait, is that even true? Hold on. NVIDIA. He said 750K in 5 years ago or whatever. 750K times, it'd be 750K times 18, right? Basically. It'd be about 13.5 million. Okay, never mind. I don't remember what he came up with.
2 cents per share at the time of this recording, with a current value of $15 million. But wait, it gets better. If Nick bought the stock in January 2019, the value of his investment is worth more because the stock price in 2019 was $3.57 in January, and that $750,000 investment would have netted him roughly 210,000 shares, bringing the current value to a whopping $26 million. Now, sure, he could be trolling because, you know, watching Nick is like watching two truths and a lie. Do I think he invested in NVIDIA? Yes. Do I think he is rich as fuck? Yes. Do I think he sunk $750,000 into NVIDIA when it was dirt cheap? No. But it's clip like these that Melina will be sure to get to the bottom of, because it could be $7.5 to $13 million in community assets she owns. I imagine right now, if Nick has not done so already.
Is it just me, or do law tubers have some of the worst pretrial assumptions? It's similar to how bad legal mindsets analysis of your I don't. There's a lot of things I could say. I don't know. I'll just say the analysis is very, 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 very bad, and a lot of them should know better. But I think there's probably some. There's some. Like, you're instantly given a lot of credibility because you passed the bar, and so you can say basically anything you want, and nobody's really going to call you out on it. But yeah, there's a lot of retarded shit that gets said.
From the looks of her file, and he has it, Nick is going to have to respond to a request for documents. Melina's super divorce lawyer, and she has one of the best divorce lawyers in Texas, has likely requested the last 3 years of all banking statements, credit card statements, investment account statements, and the last 3 years of taxes that were filed on their behalf. After a judge rules in her favor for likely all the requests, the super lawyer will hire a super certified divorce financial accountant, and the auditing process will begin. This process will take months to conclude, and Nick will also hire his own financial team to perform the same job. Nick's lawyer will also draft up a response to her request for temporary support and hopefully address the financial abuse allegations, which is the biggest red flag. It's crucial that he addresses the financial abuse allegations because it's a form of domestic violence. As I explained earlier, it can impact the division of community property. It's a shame if she honestly does not have control of significant community assets to pay attorney fees and expenses. Sounds like she doesn't have access to any bank accounts with significant value. During a divorce, you cannot legally refuse her access to bank accounts she normally had access to unless she never had access to them to begin with. If this is true, she will have a slam dunk case for financial abuse because she's likely been abused and didn't know it until she reached out to a lawyer. If Nick said there is no drama and
he hasn't passed. No, I'm not talking about this guy. I'm talking about there are a couple of like internet lawyers that have talked a lot about stuff that I'm involved in. Just some of the things they say are just like fucking retarded. But
fighting, why is she making the courts aware of him allegedly financially abusing her? I wonder how Nick is going to try to spin this to his loyal fans, how there's no trauma. I'm sure he'll farm this like he farmed the breakup, like he's farming the divorce. Let me know in the comment section who you believe is telling the truth.
Do people in the US just go to a lawyer, run up the bill, then ask for the other person to pay for it if they win? It depends on there are certain types of cases where you're allowed to ask for legal fees. Sometimes they're built into the statutes that give you that give rise to the cause of action to actually sue people, and other times they can be awarded as like part of like secondary damages or whatever. It just depends on the thing. But I believe that most of those provisions will say they have to be like they have to be reasonable attorney fees. So like let's say that my landlord scams me out of like $2,000 in rent. I can't fly to California, fly to New York, and hire like 7 teams of the most like high-powered lawyers of all time, you know, billing me $1,700 an hour and rack up like $250,000 of legal fees, filing a complaint, and then say you owe me $2,000 in rent plus $250,000 in legal fees. Like I think they're like reasonable provisions. I think that are built into this stuff. I feel like lawyers are a bit like doctors, unless they're talking about a specific field they specialize in. They could be just as dumb as anyone else, even about things in their broader field. Yeah, but I mean, that's true for like everybody, right? Everything is cringe. Go live your life. Post what you want. Someday we'll all be dead and none of this matter anyway. Space. Okay.